They say every city has two faces. The one you see in daylight, and the one that wakes up when the sun disappears. In 1940s Chicago, that other city belonged to a man named Robert Beck. A man the streets would later know as Iceberg Slim. Before books. Before interviews. Before anyone even knew the name. He didn't start powerful. He started hungry. Hungry for control, survival, and understanding. Chicago nights weren't loud where he moved. They were careful. Doors opened halfway. Conversations were whispered. People spoke in pauses, not words. Robert learned quickly that control didn't come from force. It came from knowing people better than they knew themselves. He wore a clean suit, polished shoes, a hat tilted just so. Clothes weren't vanity. They were distance. They reminded everyone around him he belonged to a world apart. Every night followed a rhythm. Not chaos, but routine. Rooms filled with smoke and quiet tension. Money changed hands without celebration. Promises floated, unclaimed. Faces blurred. Names faded. People came and went. Slim walked the streets slowly. Measured. Silent. Always observing. Every pause, every hesitation, every glance told a story. He understood the art of presence. The weight of being noticed, without ever needing to be seen. Nights stacked on nights. Time became a loop. The city aged around him. But he didn't change. He adapted. Sleep came in stolen hours. Food was incidental. Life wasn't glamorous. It was survival, observation, and control. Through it all, he learned the most important rule of emotion is weakness. Joy, fear, love, those things made people careless. Carelessness shortened careers. Slim stayed cold. Calculated, invisible when he needed to be, unavoidable when he wanted. Years passed. The streets shifted. New faces replaced old ones. New buildings blocked old shortcuts. And somewhere inside, Slim began to reflect. He stepped back from the rhythm he had mastered. Not to escape. Not to repent. But to record. He wrote about the nights, the streets, the patterns. About people who passed through and disappeared. Not to glamorize. Not to warn. Just to remember. And that is how the name Iceberg Slim entered history, as a man who lived a life few would understand, a life defined by routine, control, and the cold pulse of the city. Chicago, like all cities, kept two faces, the one you see in daylight, and the one that never really sleeps. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more true tales from history, subscribe to Whispers of History and never miss a story.